sports, all plays, ball courts, pump fakes, crossovers, and some motion. All sports, all plays, ballparks, home base, miss that speed by, that's 3 strikes. We know what's happening in the league, all sports, all plays, ASAP. Cause we know what's going down with your team, we'll bring you up to speed, ASAP. Not talking about Rihanna's baby daddy, it's the network, covering every play that's happening in the ring, on the field, on the courts, on the lane. We gon' cover the game, all sports, all play. All sports, all plays, ball courts, pump fakes, crossovers, and some motion. All sports, all plays, ballparks, home base, miss that speed by, that's 3 strikes.
What is happening, everybody? This is Throwing Hands, the #1 combat show in the game. It's a fact. We've already established it. It's known all around the world. I'm your boy Josh. I got my boy James over here. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Not too bad, man. Just coming off the adrenaline rush of an event this past weekend.
Man, heck of an event. Heck of an event. We got decisions, we got stoppages, we got excitement, we got it all.
Dude, there was blood everywhere.
Man, listen, that fight was probably one of the best fights we've seen yet this year, by far.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 30 seconds in, blood was everywhere. I mean, we didn't make it out the first round, and they both looked like they were fucked up, to say the least.
Bro.
And the next 2 rounds, they fought like they were fresh. Like it was crazy, man. The amount of striking that they displayed. I mean, each round they probably put up 200 punches.
Oh yeah, easy. Like after seeing Alex Ortiz fight the first time and then seeing Matthew Moreno fight the first time, they're both high intense, highly aggressive, high volume fighters. So I knew for a fact that going into this was going to be a banger, and it didn't let me down in the slightest. I mean, I remember I was watching it back and I heard the commentary from Osama Awadallah saying that blood flew out onto literally his commentary papers.
Right. I mean, we saw Jackson Fadler. He impressed me. It was impressive. Great post-fight interview. Very smart kid. I was really impressed by him.
Mama said knock you out.
Right. We saw Martin Gutierrez. Another great performance. The youth in PFA has been very, very impressive.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for how it's developing because we've really seen, I'd say, a good expansion of youth fighters ranging in different ages between like what we saw like around 7, 8. Now we got around 14, 15, even like 16, 17-year-olds now.
Yeah, no, and they're warriors, man. They're warriors. All of them. It was really, really, really good. But Alex Ortiz especially, that was very, very impressive. A lot of good gyms.
Yep. Even a good notable fighter, Neil Hebert. He trains out of Ethos Martial Arts, which we do have a special guest from Ethos Martial Arts as well.
Yeah. Nice segue, because man, they're one of the hottest gyms out right now, and right now we got one of our better coaches in this circuit, and almost dropped his name beforehand, but one of the better coaches in the circuit, and he has one of the more exciting rosters, man. Every time you're in the ring, you don't want to use the bathroom, you don't want to talk to the person next to you because you might miss something. You might miss the whole fight. That's how they get in the ring and they handle their business. But yeah, let us know.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. This guy is frosty on the mats. leaving people ice cold wrapped in hazmat. It's becoming a nuclear wasteland. Don't even try to speak trash, else he'll put you in a body bag inside a garbage can with a bunch of scraps. He'll send your ass back to the streets, have you looking like the cast of Hangover, strung out, asking what's the matter. Your brain's been mixed up like a bowl of batter. You've been hit too many times and now you're punch drunk with no luck. So quit crying, fool. What's all the fuss? It ain't his fault your skills got rust. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an ethos martial artist. He is one and only Tyler Larson. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, brother? Thanks for blessing us with some raps.
You know we gotta treat you right. You guys at Ethos Martial Arts are special.
Awesome. How y'all doing today? Or tonight, I should say.
Good. Right.
Pretty good, man.
Man, yeah, perfect setting in the Coliseum, Gladiator.
Yeah, I figured it out right before we went on. I figured I'd do something cool instead of the bedroom background like everybody else.
Honestly, it's fitting though, because I remember seeing like the designs with Ethos Martial Arts almost has like a Greek touch to it, and you're in the Gladiator arena.
Yes,
Right.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. But so tell us about yourself, man. You just mentioned to it before we started that you're one of the founding owners of Ethos Martial Arts, about 6 years strong now. You know, like tell us about your background and how it got started.
Well, basically, going back to about 15 years ago, is when I first stepped into a gym. I stepped foot into the Lion's Den, when it was in Scottsdale, way back then. Obviously it doesn't exist anymore, but, that was one of the best gyms that was out at the time. It did a lot for me, man. I was a very angry young man. And it helped me, mentally, it helped me physically. It's just something that has changed my life so much for the better, is martial arts. It's been a long haul to get to where we're at with Ethos. I've coached at a couple other gyms before that. I was at one of the UFC gyms before that, another gym before that we ended up leaving and coming together. Me and another guy named Wyatt Shepard and another guy named David Hoops are the founders of Ethos. And basically, we came together and we bonded off of jiu-jitsu initially. So that's basically how the Ethos brand started and the gym started. So
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So you guys kind of bonded and were at another gym at the time and kind of migrated over, or?
Yeah, long story short, the gym that we were at, we didn't agree with the way that the owners wanted to take the direction of the gym. And we decided that we were going to separate ourselves and start our own stuff that we felt was respectable, because the area that they wanted to push it wasn't what we were used to or felt was respectable. So we really with Ethos we have our three pillars basically that we always try to get everybody to hear is the loyalty, honor, and integrity. That's basically what we built the gym off of. That's the culture that we have. It's been a wild ride, but living by those three things has kept us very strong. So
Okay.
I
And
think
is
you
that
forgot
for
one.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
think you forgot one word in there: finishes. 'Cause, man,
yeah. Yes.
I don't know if that's something y'all preach over there or what, but you guys have some finishes.
We try to keep it to an Instagram clip, 30 seconds or less. Now,
It's fitting.
we put a lot of hard work in at our gym. That is one thing that I'm constantly bragging about to everybody and anybody that wants to listen, is the hard work that everybody at the gym puts in. Not just our competitors. Our hobbyists that come in that are your everyday 9-to-5er with kids. They come in and they work so hard alongside the competitors. So we really don't have it split up in our gym to where it's like we have a competitors class and a everyday person class. We have everybody working together, and I think that really benefits us. As far as the finishes go, I think that's just a testament to all the hard work that we put in. We do a lot of technique, a lot of conditioning. We basically have a little system that me, Wyatt Shepard, and Tyler Tayez, who is our other coach, have basically been kind of honing for the last 10 years or so with our fighters. So I just think it's the culture that produces the fast finishes, and then really that's all I can say about it is the culture and the hard work behind it. So
yeah, and I think that speaks volumes too, because like exactly how you said, it's the culture, it's the environment of that gym that's what sets that tone. Because I mean, you can even go theatrical where you compare like dojos versus actual gyms. Like dojos, there's no actual realism to it, and therefore that capability is not fully open. But in martial arts, when you have a great team, like I mean, I could list them up right now: Antonio Martinez, Kenderik Davidson. I mean, you got Braden Goodwin too. You got all kinds of guys over there: Jake Reed, Neil Heber, everyone.
Yeah. Don't forget all Ray Pitterson too.
Yeah, I forgot Ray Pitterson.
The cold one. Yeah, we got a bunch of great guys that really push each other. I think that's one of the main ingredients too, is they all like to win. They all want each other to win. And they all just push each other as hard as they can. And really take care of each other. So
yeah.
It's as cliche as it sounds, it's a big family. So
I mean, that's how the gyms operate.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So let's take it back a little bit. So were you an athlete in high school or growing up at all? What kind of sports did you do growing up?
I was a baseball player.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I played baseball from pretty much the time I could walk till about 20 years old. I attribute that to my love for martial arts in general. It just growing up playing team sports. I grew to not enjoy them as much, and then I found martial arts, which is more of it's a team sport, but it's also it's very, very focused on yourself. And if you fail, it's on you, right. And I like that aspect of it. So that was one of my main things that I did was I played baseball a lot when I was a kid. That's really what got me into boxing right off the bat too.
Okay.
I always liked to punch. That was one of the main things that I like to do was box.
So do you feel like that transition starting with baseball and then you went into boxing, and then you also said that things kind of started off with Ethos with heavy jiu-jitsu. Do you feel like those different dynamics of sports was effective in regards to what you're doing now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think baseball players are very underrated as athletes because you don't see them doing all the crazy running that like the basketball players and the football players do and stuff like that. But I tell you what, the coaches that I grew up under, mainly my father and my grandfather, they worked us hard. They had us in shape to run a marathon if we had to. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I would imagine too, I mean, just the dynamic of throwing a baseball bat, you're having to learn how to distribute kinetic energy, learn how to rotate your hips effectively. And I feel like that could even translate into sports, combat sports, boxing, Muay Thai.
Yeah, absolutely. All your power comes from your legs. So that's definitely transitions. I mean, you can see that even with Kenderik came up playing baseball. You can see that in him.
Really?
Yeah. You can definitely see that in him. The way he throws his right hand, it's like he's throwing a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So definitely, it definitely helps with this game. So.
And those fast twitch muscles, the hand-eye coordination, and stuff that you react to that you don't really have to see it through. It's just kind of that fast twitch reaction. You ain't standing on third base or standing on playing shortstop or something. That ball slings at you. You don't have much time to think about where it's going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And I noticed. I know earlier you said you were kind of angry before as a person before you found martial arts. How did this kind of help resolve that or help you through that? I know it didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
What's that?
I said I know it didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
No. The first time I stepped into the gym, I got my ass kicked. And the funny thing is I was at the time I was almost 25, and been in my share of street fights and all that fun stuff, and thought I was a real badass. And I go in there and I'm getting twisted up by young kids that are 17, 18 years old. And I remember coming home to my girlfriend, who's my wife now, and she was like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "Yeah, well," I had to let her know that I got my butt kicked by a kid. At the same time, that really opened up my eyes. It really opened up my eyes to how amazing martial arts is and how effective they are. I had this big ego thinking that, I was going to go in there and, punch people and kick people and choke people and all that stuff. And I was the one that was getting that. So I was definitely a nail for a long time.
Dang.
I got cauliflower ear within the first 3 months of training. So,
oh, wow.
I got it pretty quickly.
Easy.
And Lions then back then you didn't really train smart like we do now.
It was more like the Pride era.
Yeah, exactly. So
definitely.
Yeah, no, I think it's such an interesting dynamic with combat sports because I think it's definitely more so an ego killer and humbling people in a sense, but at the same time, there could still exist in that side. But I think overall, like that's the great thing about the dynamic of competing, training, fighting jiu-jitsu is that you'd be surprised what kind of people are able to take you down, whether they're 15 to whether they're 45. Like I remember there was one time, like 2 years ago, I'm grappling with this dude who's like 57. He's about a foot shorter than me. He's a little thicker, but oh my freaking gosh. I have no damn idea how he could get me in a damn omoplata in less than 5 seconds. Like that don't make any sense. Like I get it. He's a brown belt, but damn.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's amazing what it does for people. I mean, we, like you said, we got a guy that's, I think he's 66 years old at our gym, and he's one of the baddest dudes on the mat. And he's extremely nice, extremely almost too humble with it. So, but he's an absolute killer. And then we have young kids that are coming up that are just hungry to train and hungry to win, and just it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean to you now that after joining Jiu-Jitsu and it kind of helping you through some dark times and helping you become whom you are today? What does it mean to you now to be a coach and someone that these guys are now looking up to in those same kind of instances, in those same kind of positions, and you're kind of helping them through and then walking them to the ring and cornering them in these situations?
Yeah. You know what? That is one of the things that means the most to me. I absolutely love being a teacher and teaching martial arts. I love helping people. My career kind of got cut short with injuries and stuff like that. So after that happened, I decided that, I still want to be part of this and I still want to be in it. So I continued to train and all that, and train like I was a professional. But I also was there to help spread the knowledge and help the younger guys coming up. I think that's one thing that I kind of lacked a little bit when I was coming up until I met certain people. But it took a while for that to happen to me. So I try to basically, if I see that hunger and that will, I'm gonna feed that fire. I'm gonna help that person as much as I can. So that's really my goal nowadays as a coach, is just to continue helping people and helping people become the best, not only martial artists but humans. So not to say that I got it down packed, or I know, I got it down, but there's things that have helped me, and I like to spread the word on that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and I think that speaks volumes in a sense of what you're trying to shoot for, as well as the opportunity that's now in this time. Because I think, as you said, you started from having a lot of rough background. This sport saved your life. 6 years later, you opened up a gym. 6 years today, you have all these fighters, from these kids to these older adults, all these people that have so much respect and admiration for you. And for you personally, like, how do you feel your position and your gym's position is in today's era, knowing the opportunity that's opening up in Arizona?
I'll be honest with you. I really don't give a shit about I want my world to thrive, and I want Arizona's world to thrive. I just want everything to be as successful as possible and as positive as possible. I think one great thing that I've noticed that has been a giant addition to Arizona in general has been you guys. It's been awesome to see, because we've been with the Rage in the Ring back in the day to PFA now. You guys have been around then and to now, and it's just cool to see a couple of guys that give a shit about the scene and give a shit about what's going on in Arizona, because in my opinion, Arizona is one of the biggest hotbeds for combat sports.
Preach.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that we don't get more high level stuff here. I understand it though. We are very close to Vegas, so
Right.
If UFC is gonna go anywhere, they're gonna go to Vegas. If Glory is gonna come, they're gonna go to Vegas. They're gonna go to those that place rather than here. I understand that, but you know, they need to definitely keep their eye out on the athletes that are coming out of here. We have a lot of up and comers that are really good.
The
So
one thing that, you know, Arizona has on its side is that we're one of the biggest, fastest growing states, obviously. So the talent pool is going to keep growing just naturally because people just keep coming. They keep pouring in. But also we have gyms like Ethos. We have gyms, you know, spread around out here, you know, Two Knuckle Sports, MMA Lab. We have all these gyms out here that have high level talent and
yeah,
high level coaching.
absolutely.
That's the thing that I think that is overlooked in the circuit and what we have going on out here is we have very high level coaches,
Yeah,
very high level coaches,
yeah,
and I think over time, and I say over time very lightly because I think it's here.
Like it's a matter of time.
Yeah, because you know I'm going to use some of the guys that you know in your own camp. You know, and that's the other thing too. Our amateur circuit is crazy,
yeah,
Dude,
crazy.
massive.
You
Yeah.
know, the Jake Reeds, the Davidsons, the Pittersons,
The Win
you know,
Stanleys.
so
yes,
it's over and over again, countless guys. And the other thing I really appreciate about Ethos in general is when it's time, they're so focused. They're so focused. Nothing
yes,
can disrupt them from their target.
yeah,
But when they're done, they're some of the greatest charismatic guys in the circuit. All of them, you know.
yeah. I agree. We work you know we work a lot on the mental side as well. Um, obviously fighting's not the easiest thing to do. Um,
Hmm.
but when you want to do it, you know you have to be dialed in. You have to have that that switch that you can turn on. Um,
Mhm.
we try to develop that in the gym as much as possible. We try to emulate the you know the sparring and all that. One thing that I know my guys are sick of me saying is keeping your poker face. Um, you know, when you're in there, you cannot you cannot let your opponent know you're tired, know you're hurt, anything like that. Um,
Mhm.
I don't even encourage my guys to taunt or anything like that either. So I really think that focusing on it at the gym is very important. And I think we're doing a good job and being pretty successful in that. You know, you can have your day, you know, your fights where you kind of hit or you're excuse me, kind of hit and miss, where you just can't turn it on in that fight, and that happens. But you'll never see any of our guys quit. That's for
Mhm.
sure. They'll fight till the bloody end. So
Mhm.
that's one thing that makes me really proud to be a coach is all our guys are just animals.
Yeah. And having that mindset in the training too, I think works perfectly because, like we just said, you know, the talent pool in Arizona is deep. You know, in the last year and a half, James and I, we've done about 1,000 interviews just in Arizona alone with all kinds of different athletes. And I think exactly for developing that discipline, developing that character, the athleticism, and just the overall skill set you need for it is the fact that there's fight opportunities for your guys to be taken into deep waters, to know what it's like to be in the trenches and how to rise up and overcome the challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. No, and you know, I think like kind of what you were mentioning earlier, you know, the development of promotions like PFA, the development of promotions like Rough,
Yeah,
you know, a lot of these other places out here are really carrying, you know, what you guys are doing in the gym a lot further. It's really setting the table to, you know, because obviously everybody loves to fight. everybody, you're going to be able to get people to show up to watch the fight, but having a promotion that sets a standard of entertainment and ambiance with it is it goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just grateful that we have some options, there was a period in time when I didn't feel like we had very many options. Um, Either that or they weren't very good options. But it's awesome with the guys at PFA. They're super easy to work with. Same with Rough. And obviously you got Rise of the Prospects down in Tucson as well. They're awesome.
Great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the more options, the better. I got guys that want to fight, and I ain't got enough fights for them. So more than that.
Exactly. And is there anybody out of Ethos Martial Arts we haven't seen fight yet that we should be expecting?
Nah.
I know Neil was was the latest addition to the Ethos Chronicles.
Yeah. I mean, Neil's been around for a little bit. He fought in the previous organization before PFA was around. So we got some hungry guys. We got a newer guy named Damian Lopez that's going to be making his debut.
I think I've been seeing his name around.
Yeah, he's a southpaw. He's very, very good. So another kid that we got that's just pulling on my pant leg every single day to fight. He's only 16 though, so we're waiting a little bit trying to develop him. We call him Gator. He's a little guy that's just wanting to scrap. So you'll eventually see him. He's a little character. He's a good kid though, very hard worker. So
man, the youth talent we've been seeing lately has been amazing. I don't know if you missed PFA 9 completely, but this we just had Alex Ortiz and what was his name?
Matthew Moreno.
Man, I mean, a scrap from the beginning. They're both 17, and it's just crazy to see that high level of competition.
Yeah,
at such a young age,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. These kids are starting at such a young age now, but I'm super jealous.
Yeah, and not only. Oh, go ahead.
No, I wish I could have started that already.
Oh yeah, same. But yeah, not only that, I think this does so great in regards to like the youth, because we often talk about like leading a better example for the youth, getting them into training versus off the streets. And honestly, there's been few of these kids we've seen fight where they've been in severe situations and it's been an escape for them. So that's why I like the idea of like Tabula Rasa, to lay a new foundation. It's setting something up for these kids to go into the new generation, to have faith in themselves, faith in their ability, and a means to take care of themselves.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So this is 6 years since you opened it, right?
Yeah, I'd say about 5.5, 6 years. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you see Ethos being in another
5? Honestly, right now, we definitely need to expand. We got a lot of people at our gym. We're out in Queen Creek. We're definitely the only mixed martial arts gym out there. We just plan on getting bigger and bigger. Honestly, we're hoping that we can expand or find a bigger facility within the next couple of years. But we're thriving out in where we're at. So and we're pulling a lot of good talent from out there. It's one thing that you don't hear about much is, the East Valley. I've lived in the East Valley my whole life. Some of the toughest people I know come from this side of town. So it's great to be able to kind of pull from that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
so
just
much
expansion and growth, man, and just changing people's lives and helping them and just trying to be the best coach I can be for them. So that's what I'm focused on.
Yeah,
comments
definitely.
over here on looks like that's Ray saying what's up, coach.
Yeah, we had Jake Reed in there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Marcus Nash there too.
Yeah.
See, we just had another one on Facebook comment. Michael Consiago, what's up, y'all? The con man's in the house. Keep doing what you do.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, but I really do appreciate you hopping on here with us.
Like a prophecy last time he fought.
What's that again?
Ooh.
He comes out. He's got his number 34 jersey on after he knocks the dude out in 34 seconds. Oh, Marcus Nash.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude.
That's how you do it, though.
And that's another one. Like we were talking about all the
dude. I'm excited to watch him come up. So he seems like he's got some dynamite in those paws. So pretty awesome. Yeah, and he comes from our association over at J Pages. So that's kind of
nice.
One of the family. So
it's crazy, man. Like we're talking about this, the talent pool and the growth. Even in the UFC right now, I mean, you look around and there's so much Arizona fighters right now, and scattered around there. And I mean, me and him always banter back and forth about the bantamweight division and how we don't know how that career path is going to go because there's 4 fighters, 3 of them are at the same gym.
Yeah, 4 of them. You got Sean O'Malley, Marcus McGee, Kyler Phillips, and Mario Batista.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Clayton Carpenter too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. I think he's coming off, and it's like maybe. But that kid, when I started, he was at the Lions Den. He was like 11 or 12 at the time.
Damn.
Yeah, he's that kid's a killer. He's a dangerous dude. Super nice too.
And that's the other part I was gonna say. Like being out here, I don't know if it's an Arizona thing or if it's just a common thing within the fighting community, but they're so accessible. They're so just kind of open to talking to fans and talking to people, and down to earth too. And it's just a crazy thing to kind of see.
Yeah.
The presence is bleeding into the UFC now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that'll continue happening. There's a lot of guys that are coming out that I've been keeping an eye on that are specifically like from Red Hawk Academy. That guy's got quite a few guys over there that are really good. So guy, I think is Tommy Gunn or something like that over there. If you're familiar with him, but he's an up and comer that's going to be on the Contender Series, I think. So it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, Arizona's making noise. I think the more exposure that our fighters here get, the more they compete as well. That's really is what's going to bring more of them over there, more of UFC, even PFL, anything else. So that way it really expands on this new foundation that's building.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I mean, you know how society usually is. As more and more popularity builds, people will start moving out here just for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time. The roof is already loose. It's about to blow off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, but we have a couple of questions we usually ask. We're still gonna ask them. So my first question is, after a weight cut, what is the go-to meal?
Go-to meal?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking the refuel, or are you talking like I'm done fighting, I can be a fat kid?
You could be a fat kid.
My go-to is always pizza, man.
Hey.
Because I love pizza as it is, and when it was time to cut weight, that went away completely.
That was the hardest thing to cut back on, huh?
Yeah, it was always nice to have a words. So yeah.
So the number one question: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you. Thank you.
Fruit on pizza.
Hey man, listen.
Even Gordon Ramsay doesn't approve.
Or fruit, blah blah blah. No,
Listen,
none of that.
put me some bacon, some pineapple, some pepperoni. I'm good.
No, you need Jesus if you put pineapple on pizza. Gosh. But now my question that I have, and I'm gonna do a little twist on it. So
All right.
for you being the corner, being the head coach for it, if you could have anybody as part of your corner for your fighter, they could be alive, dead, they could be from any other sport, they don't even have to be a part of sports. Who would you want to have in that corner with you?
Dang, that's tough.
And we've gotten all kinds, from the Alis to the Tysons to the grandfathers, like such a variety.
Yeah. Kind of depends on how you want to go about it, right?
Yeah.
Because you could get somebody very obnoxious in there and have them just yelling at the other cornermen, distracting them.
Super motivator.
Teddy Atlas.
Ooh, I like that. That's a great answer.
Yeah, definitely Teddy Atlas. That guy gets me when he gets going. He can get you going. So Teddy Atlas.
I love too the dynamic of how he breaks down boxing, like when he was with Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Now I have heard through the grapevine just a little chatter about a Davidson versus Long situation. What you think?
We're as Kenderik would say, he ain't never turned down a fade in his life.
It's going to be a great matchup.
Say when. So.
Absolutely. That'd be a great opportunity for Kenderik because I still haven't seen at PFA. I want to see the first ever 2-division champion. I know Kenderik right now, he's the super cruiserweight champion, so they compete for the heavyweight strap. I want to see that double strap happen. I've been waiting for that, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. That's what we're pushing for. So
exactly.
Todd, if you're listening.
Hey,
we'll make sure he is. We'll make sure he is on this one.
He knows what's up. He knows what we're shooting for. So, I think we got a good path for Kenderik. He's a very talented dude. Very, very. His fight IQ is really high. He can go places as long as he sticks with the program and continue to work hard. So, I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah. No, he definitely he has the characteristics to be a champion on the big stage. Yeah, he definitely does. And
he's already proved that in a short time. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really dope to kind of, when we do these interviews and things, kind of just see the progression. Because obviously you see the fights, you see the talent, you see the growth in there, but also to hear it. To hear it on the mic and hear them speak it through of how it's going for them. And it's dope to see Kenderik's. I'm really excited to watch him go. A couple more of these, and he's gonna be somewhere else.
Yeah. I agree. He's a super intelligent dude too. I mean, I'm pretty sure he speaks Spanish as well. So, he's definitely marketable. and he's got the talent to do it. So
that's half the battle these days. You got to have the talent, but you got to be
yeah,
marketable.
exactly. I think a lot of people forget that fighting is entertainment. And if you're not entertaining, then you're not going to go very far with it. And I think that's one thing that Ethos always tries to bring to the table is being very exciting. Being in your face, being on you the whole fight. So.
Well, you guys definitely do that, especially between these athletes like Ray, Jake, Joe when he was still competing, Kenderik especially. And, Kenderik, just the way he carries himself, like you were talking about, his demeanor, his approach to fighting, I think it's a very commendable and respectable thing because, I mean, like what he talked about in James's post-fight interview, like part of being a man is that when somebody calls your number, you step the fuck up. And I feel like a heavy principle behind that is just, it's like, when your number is called or when it's time for you to step up to the plate, it's your due diligence as a man to step up and do it, whether you like it or not.
Agreed. I definitely agree with that. Part of the man for sure.
Exactly. There ain't no rest for the wicked.
Right. Before we get out of here, Tyler, any shout out, anything you want to say, you want to leave on?
Shout out to all my Ethos family. I know quite a few of them are watching my goofy ass on here blabber. But all the Ethos family. Of course, you guys, the PFA, the Rough, Rise of Prospect, all the promotions around. They're helping the scene grow. You guys are helping the scene grow and get to a respectable place where we need to be. So also shout out to my family, my wife, all that fun stuff. So I appreciate you guys having me on here. It's my first one, so hopefully I didn't sound like too much of an idiot and blabber too much. So
Nah, the ladies loved you.
It was a great interview, man. It was great.
Awesome.
We thank you for coming on for sure, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a privilege to have you on. We appreciate you guys over at Ethos. And again, what we're building here in Arizona is something truly special, and you're not going to see anywhere in the States. That's just a fact.
Yeah, agreed.
Bring the heat.
Yes.
All right, man. We'll see you at the next one, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Peace, brother.
Bye.
Another good one, man. Another good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, it's been a minute since we've had. Actually, no, I don't think we've ever had a coach on.
Well, no, we had
Christian Byers.
I was gonna say we had Christian on.
Yeah. No, it's been a minute, man.
We had Ben on.
That's true.
We've had a couple coaches on.
Yeah, it's always a fresh take from a coach too, especially because when we sit here and have a dialogue with the fighter, it's more so through their perspective of fighting. But when you're a coach, you get to have a conversation through their perspective of looking at their fighters and everything else around them.
Right. No, and just hearing it from, like you said, just the other side of the fence, you're coaching, you're giving your input on what's going on inside the ring. You're not actually in there at that moment. So just kind of seeing how they view things and where we're at with things and from their point of view. Yeah, man, it was crazy not having Ethos at the last event. Like Samantha Larson said in the comments, we bring the crowd, and they sure the heck do, man.
They do.
They're the loudest gym by far, probably one of the loudest gyms here at PFA.
Honestly, I think this last one was the first time that we didn't have an Ethos fighter on.
I would have to double check that, but you might be right. Siege is loud as well. Ethos is loud. I miss my boys back at Bridge City. They were loud.
Dude, I won't lie though, that the Havasu crowd is rowdy. Like I feel
Hey,
betrayed. I remember at Rough, I got pelted by my own people with
you was
fucking
getting hit.
M&Ms.
He was getting hit with M&Ms and water bottles.
Like, bro, I'm on your guys' side, and y'all motherfuckers are pelting me
No,
with
you
half
ain't.
empty beer and fucking M&Ms. There are
No,
peanut
you
M&Ms.
ain't.
What if I have a peanut allergy? Huh?
Well, you gonna be bumpy tonight, cause boy, you was getting pegged. You was
Hey,
getting
no diddy.
right. That shit was funny. He was,
That was funny, but no,
unanimous decision. Pink, 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 pink. Judge was like, "Oh my god, I need to get out of
I
here."
I know. Felt like fucking Kevin Hart on stage getting fucking pelted with tomatoes.
Ah, ah. Uh,
God damn, but
man.
yeah, no, that's the best part at the same time is the fact that they have fans, they have people that care so much that their own emotions get the best of them.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that brings us. I was gonna bring up the John Long versus Jace Johnson. Since we were talking about Kendrick and Long.
Yes, sir. How
What's
do
your
you like
take
that?
on that?
Oh,
I love the matchup. I love the matchup. Obviously, John is a bigger boy naturally, walking around, but Kendrick is not a small guy by any means.
no.
Um, you know what I mean? So I don't know I don't know if the bigger, if the weight difference is gonna even play a part in this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the sense of John being able to throw that around and kind of lean that weight on him. Maybe in the later rounds, it might play a little bit of a difference. Um,
Yeah.
but overall, I don't know. Kendrick is strong sob, and
Yeah.
he has a very strong center base when he fights too. So I, that's gonna be a war. Gonna be it's gonna be a lot of striking. Um, I don't think it goes the distance.
Actually, I have a feeling we'll go to the distance. I think it's going to be an absolute war back and forth, like you said. Because, I mean, we got to look at the dynamic that John Long, he comes from visionary boxing. So, part of his basis is more so linear boxing. Now, we have Kendrick coming from Ethos. Ethos is the blend. You have jiu-jitsu, you do have Muay Thai, you have MMA, you even have boxing. So, it's going to be an interesting dynamic to where we see what John has developed so far and especially with him losing so much weight. Like I think the last one here at PFA 9, he said he dropped about like 15, 25 pounds. He's
He
been
looked
lighter than
good.
ever. He did. He looked fresh, even after the fight too. Yeah, and then I'd have to say the other thing I love about that matchup is just the respect they have for each other. Like, dude, literally, this corner that John was walking out of, Kendrick was sitting right there, fucking screaming, cheering him on. And it's just from seeing how they interact with each other at PFA 8, how they did at PFA 9, like that's just it's the beautiful part of this sport is that they have full intentions of going to war against each other but their amount of support and respect.
All right, on the circuit. Where are our heavyweights? We
Come
had
on,
John.
bro.
We had to have John face Jace, and I love Jace, and they're freaking training partners. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
we need you heavyweights. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, sir.
but no, you're 100% right, man. The the crazy part about this matchup to me is that we were just saying, me and you were just saying, was it PFA 6? I want to say it was before PFA 6, how we needed more athletes in the higher weight classes, how we needed
Mhm.
to fill that portion of the circuit. And here we are, you know, going into PFA 10, talking about Kendrick on what is he on a 3-fight win streak,
Yep.
um, current super welterweight champion. And then
Super
we got
cruiserweight.
John Long, cruiserweight. I'm sorry, forgive me. And then we got John Long on a 2-fight win streak, looking at a possible championship matchup against our super cruiserweight champion. And pardon me for this, but this is the last time we mention anything about becoming the double champ pre-fight, because the last 2 opportunities we've seen for them to become double champs, they lost. So I ain't doing it, and I apologize to Manuel and them, because if it was anything to do with me, because man, every time we get this opportunity that pops up, huh?
You want to know the funny thing is that I thought the same thing because that happened,
Stop.
and then fuck it, even Caesar Tabanico, like that was supposed to be a double champ fight, and then Caesar he had to pull out, I think, due to injury.
Caesar will be back. Caesar will be back.
Okay.
He'll be back. But
See, it's the struggle of curses in combat sports.
right. And then after that, we saw Emmanuel Brown against the 44-year-old Anthony Lopez. I'm gonna state right off the back, Anthony Lopez fucking put on a hell of a fucking performance and I ain't gonna just say for his age, but he surprised the hell out of me.
I will say his age too, because I mean it was like almost 20 years older than Emmanuel.
Yeah, and dude, like I thought we were gonna have some issues with cardio in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely none. The dude was he fought like he was fresh for 3 rounds, bro.
Yeah.
Anthony Lopez really impressed me.
Yeah, he really put the fight, or he really took the fight to Emmanuel, because I mean Emmanuel, that was his second Muay Thai fight ever. He's been doing kickboxing originally, and when he fought Pedro Chavez for the light heavyweight strap, that was his first one. And I remember he was telling me in his interviews that he had to switch camps, and they did a lot of adjustments to be able to prepare for the clinch, for the knees. And just looking at the comparison from last time and how he got worked with the knees to now, he was the one working knees and just breaking down Lopez's body.
Yeah, no, he was picking them apart, and I was so happy for Emmanuel. It's crazy, man. Like I try my hardest to be, as unbiased as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do a great job, but there's just some people that in the back I'm just rooting for. There's just some people, and it's not even to necessarily beat the next guy, but just ultimate success. Overall, you just take a liking to some people, and Emmanuel's definitely one of those guys that just from the beginning, the way he handles himself, the type of person that he is, the type of fighter he is, the respect that he shows and gives to everyone around him. And that's one of those dudes, where, that's my guy right there, and I'm happy to see his progression and the amount of growth, like you were talking about, that he had from the last fight to this one was crazy.
Yeah.
He looks super strong in the clinch, super strong.
Yeah. And even too, like the mental battles he goes through, because that's something that he was honest about talking to. Like when he was in the ring, he said he came into a lot of confidence issues, and from when he first fought for the belt.
Look, Anthony was watching. He said, "Thanks for the love." Hey, man, no, for sure.
Hey, thank you, man. You were a fucking badass in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, so like with Emmanuel, when he fought Jameson Weber, the weigh-ins was literally the day of his son's birthday. When he went to fight, what's his name, Pedro Chavez, that was the same week of his daughter's birthday. And then this time when he fought Anthony Lopez, that was actually fight night. Saturday was the night of his grandmother's funeral. So that's why I emphasize so much with casual fans to learn and invest more time with these fighters, because the fact that he's gone, he has something going on every single time to distract him so much, and then on top of it, death. Like we've seen these other fighters that go through that, Jesse Martinez, Edwin Cassius. I mean, there's like 3, 4, 5 other people that's been through the same situation where they've had to go through a camp while dealing with the death.
Yeah. And you know, just like Tyler was just talking about, it's how much they emphasize the mental portion of this game. It's such a big portion, you know, that when you're watching the fight, you really don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You never, you know, it doesn't cross your mind while you're in there, like, you know, damn, he barely missed that spinning back kick to the face, or oh man, he barely missed that high kick, or
Mm-hmm.
damn, he got caught with that high kick. Was he distracted? Like you don't think about that shit,
Yeah.
you know, while you're in the ring or while you're watching them. But you know that shit is real, and you know how they prepare going into it, the confidence level. You know, so many little factors play a part when you're about to step in there. Which brings me to our next fight, Joseph Perez and Julian Vasari.
Well, let me adjust my camera so I can sit back on this conversation. Okay, there we go.
Bro,
No, I can't
God,
tell you how fucking excited I was for that one.
goddamn ninja.
Ninja. Like, bro, he's the
Man.
modern day samurai.
So there's two guys that are just when it comes to the stand-up game out here, they're just like I love watching them. Like poetry in motion to me. Well, I'm gonna say three guys. Okay, four. Damn it. But Jose Aquino,
Yes.
Jorge,
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Perez, and Marcus Smith.
I concur with that.
Whenever those four are in a ring or an octagon, they're just so fucking gifted on their freaking feet, man. So freaking gifted. And Joseph it was great to watch. It was
Mm-hmm.
great to watch.
Yeah, yeah, and you see the smile on his face, and it's funny too because he's such a nice guy. But then you saw him in the ring. He was having a little fun, taunting a little bit when he was catching those calf kicks, and it's cool because the fact like he's such a genuine, honest person, and like we've talked about it, like he's very, very big on faith, and just how passionate he is with this work and how invested he is. Like it really shows in regards to his capability. And his fucking potential is just insane, bro.
Yeah, no, it was crazy too. Cause in between round one and two, when Julian was kind of like staring him down, and you see Joseph kind of like chuckle and try to like dab him up still, like that just shows the character, you know. Like, but Red Hawk Academy, Tyler mentioned it earlier. They have some fucking dangerous individuals over there.
Hmm.
Dangerous motherfuckers in the pocket, and he keeps rolling them out, rolling them out, rolling them out.
Hmm. I still want to see Danny fight again. We need to see him fight again, bro.
I was talking to him Saturday. I was like, man, you need to come on over here one time.
I told him the same thing.
Come on over here one time and bless us with it.
You
No,
know, it'd be a great open forum.
but yeah, you know, Julian, fucking, he's a dog, man.
Hmm.
He was getting his leg was taken out like 4 or 5 kicks in, and he took another fucking 8 or 9 kicks, man. I was like, dude, uh, you know, I tip my hat off to you for that. But again, I hope he gets into a gym,
Hmm.
gets somebody behind him, gets a team that wants to support him, and you know, walk behind him on the way to the ring and the battle.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you may be stepping in that ring going to mano a mano with another dude, but you need a team to be able to help get you there. And it's like it's never any disrespect to anybody who's fighting independent. It's me, you, we say it in the best interest of wanting what's best for them, wanting their health to be fine. Because when you're fighting these top athletes like Julian is, and you're independent, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, bro. Like, I mean, let's be honest, there could have been a worse situation versus just the damage to his calf. So that's why I like stress so much. Join a gym. It's so important.
You want somebody in that corner that cares about you. Period.
Mhm.
Congratulations, Jose Sanchez.
Yes, sir. Jose Sanchez got that PFA strap. He was telling me how bad he wanted that white and gold.
Hey, he got it. He got it, man. And that was a hell of a freaking fight. Xander, what the freak, dude? That
That
dude
dude
was
surprised the hell
animal.
out of me.
He was walking through everything, a damn tank, bro.
Dude, that was insane. It was funny too with their fight because the entire event leading up to that one, Osama was asking me, "Is like, hey, like these fights are great. I want to see a knockout. I want to see a knockout, bro." The first knockdown that Jose got on Xander, when Xander just straight up went boom, that was right in front of the commentator's booth. I saw Osama's face. Oh my gosh, he's like, ah!
The combination that Jose threw to end it was retarded.
Mm-hmm.
It was just stupid.
It
Like
was
I was like, God damn, someone get up in there and stop it.
right. He was. I won't lie, Xander. He had chicken legs. You could tell he was out on his feet.
Oh yeah. No. He was out. That first knockdown, he was out on his feet before he got knocked down. Got up, never really recovered, and then just was kind of just wobbly. But
Hmm.
dude, I mean, when I tell you respect, that dude is a tank. He was walking through everything. Then I heard that he fights at 135, so he moved up for this fight.
Man,
So
that's
at
crazy.
135, that dude's gonna be fucking smashing people.
For real, bro. For real. And a certain someone officially called out Jose for a tower shot. You want us to let them know who that certain someone is? You want me to?
You're gonna have to do it because I forgot who that is.
For shame, James. For shame.
Oh, oh, my
Come on.
bad. Hold
Come
up,
on.
hold
Come on.
up.
Come on.
So, Jose Sanchez, Joshua Padilla
Let's go.
wants a shot at your goal. And I honestly think that's a great matchup.
That's a beautiful matchup. They're around the same size, same build, same height, and that's 147. So that's around right where Joshua is at. Dude, I think that'd be perfect. Now that'd be a super fight.
Now, and the crazy part is about that matchup too is they both want to stand and throw. They both want to stand and throw. So
See,
it's gonna be good.
it's gonna be really, and I think it'll be a clash of technique versus power because you see Joshua he definitely has power. He has a lot of technique though. Like he's very accurate, he's very precise with how he does things. Jose's a brawler. Like he's going for it. He's putting the pressure on you. He wants to put you against the corner and he wants to just throw hands, no pun intended, every Tuesday night 8 p.m. Stay tuned.
Hey, what weight class does Jake fight at? Jake Reed,
Jake Reed. Oh,
135.
I think so, yeah. 135,
That's
140.
Xander should Xander. That would be a good matchup. Xander and Jake Reed,
That would be a good matchup. It
especially
would
if
be
Xander wants to
interesting.
go back down to 135. That'd be a
Yeah. I know Xander, he'd have a bit of a height and reach disadvantage, but I mean, with the way he was working, Jose starting off, I feel like he could have some success breaking down the distance.
Yeah, I think Jake would probably catch up to him a lot though.
Yeah.
He got some quick ass hands, and man, oh man, there's just a lot of we keep seeing new guys, and this thing's expanding and expanding. I'm loving it.
Mhm.
I'm loving it more and more. These divisions are getting deep. You know, um, it's gonna be dope as shit expands more and more. We got
Yep.
we got the Jose and Joshua. They've called each other. Well, Joshua called out Jose. trying to get that title off of him. And then we got the Long versus Davidson. Davidson trying to become a two division champ. That's going to be dope. Something to keep an eye out for. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming up the pipeline, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And not only that, I'm going to give a little announcement. Definitely stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, over these next 2 weeks because next week we have PFA champion Isaac McCary making his first appearance on Throwing Hands ahead of his fight with SA Alliance Grand Prix tournament. And then the following week, we have
Back with Ethos.
another. What's that again?
Said back with Ethos.
Yeah, back with Ethos. We got PFA champion Kenderik Davidson back on. So you guys got to stay tuned every single week for this shit.
And we want to hear from y'all who you want to get to know. So let us know what fighters you want to have on the show, what fighters you want to learn more about. Who do y'all want to hear? Let us
Mm-hmm.
know. But yeah, man, before we get up out of here, anything you trying to leave us with this time around?
No, as always, peace, love, chicken grease. It's always a privilege to be able to interact, talk with so many people, and especially with Tyler too. Like the love that and the appreciation he was giving us. Like, yeah, it definitely means a lot. It's like it, the amount of respect and understanding we receive from the community in regards to just how much work we put in, all the stuff we're doing. Like it's definitely appreciated by far, hands down.
Yeah, 100%. It's it goes a long way because we love this. That's why we started doing this because we love it. And it's really dope to know that it's going and spreading and being able to do what we were intending to do. Give
Hmm.
fans the opportunity to learn more about their favorite fighters or learn more about their favorite coaches, favorite gyms, but also give the fighters the opportunity to get their stories out there,
Yep.
why they are who they are, and and in the grand scheme of things, save some young kid's life some way somehow. Help
Yep.
them out through the dark times and push them in a positive direction so that they can grow and become successful adults as well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, um, Anthony, I see you over there on Instagram. Said let's get Stephen Wong on. So
Ooh,
we'll have to look at getting that set up too, man. That
that'd be a fun
fight,
event.
man. That just reminded me, man. Steven's fight was fucking. That might be the greatest comeback in PFA history. Still, that was a crazy fight.
Yeah, it was, bro. I forget the dude's name that he fought, but yeah, it was like he started off hot, and then Steven was able to come back and just start working and
Whap,
breaking him
whap,
down.
whap, whap, whap.
Yep, until eventually he just couldn't take it no more.
Yeah, it was great. Great stuff, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I just posted Isaac McCary's poster too, so that way you guys can go on Instagram, hit that reminder, so that way next Tuesday at 8 p.m., May 25th, when we go live, you get that notification.
And of course, if you like what we do, you like what we're doing, help us grow. Click share, um, you know, post us in the stories,
Mm-hmm.
like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend, to tune in as well. It really goes a long way, guys. We want to um, build as big of a network as we can to get as much of your stories, as much exposure for your fighters and for your guys' gyms that we can. So
Mm-hmm.
click share, click like, tag us. You guys got pictures from the event this past weekend. Definitely tag Throwing Hands,
Mm-hmm.
um, Throwing Hands 23 on Instagram, and yeah, we
And if you
shall
don't, we're
see
sending
you next.
Kendrick after you.
But
I had
yeah,
to throw that in there.
but uh, but yeah, if you ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, no, I'm Gucci.
All righty. I'll see you next time.
See ya, sucker.
All sports, all plays, ball courts, pump fakes, crossovers, and some motion. All sports, all plays, ballparks, home base, miss that speed by, that's 3 strikes. We know what's happening in the league. All sports, all plays, ASAP. Cause we know what's going down with your team. We'll bring you up to speed ASAP. Not talking about Rihanna's baby daddy, it's the network covering every play that's happening in the ring, on the field, on the courts, on the lane. We gon' cover the game, all sports, all play. All sports, all plays, ball courts, pump fakes, crossovers, and some motion. All sports, all plays, ballparks, home base, miss that speed by, that's 3 strikes.